Hello Goons, my name is Alex, and today we're diving one more time into a series that gave this channel a jump start. My What If I Made Ash's Team videos. This time I'm redoing the finale for this series. For those who don't know, I only went as far as X and Y. This was because for Alola, the only thing I could think of was an idea that a friend of mine had. Basically, a 7th team member to keep Ash's team at 6 when Naganadel leaves. And if I did that, then, I'm just stealing at that point. Not about that life. So, I'll try my damnedest to keep things as straightforward and clear as possible this time around. Mainly because, looking back, I feel like I confused a lot of people. Okay, so let's go over the team in the actual series. Aside from Pikachu, because, duh. The team Ash caught was Greninja, Talonflame, Hawlucha, Goodra, and Noivern. Now, while this team did get Ash to runner-up, there was already a few issues. One, half of the team shares the same type. This causes a lot of overlap for weaknesses. Mostly the fact that they're all weak to rock. 2, Ash has 2 dragons on the team. This is a bit of an issue because fairy types are rampant in this region, and dragons can't do shit to them. So, Talonflame, Hawlucha, and Noivern are causing way too many issues just being on the same team. Alright, pretty quick and painless. Now, let's talk about who's getting cut from the team. Noivern. And that's it. Hear me out. Noivern is not only the 3rd flying type, but he's also a dragon type, making for more fairy weaknesses. Not to mention, Noivern compared to Talonflame or Hawlucha doesn't have quite as many outstanding feats. So what does this only exclusion mean? Well, we're having an issue similar to Unova. For that region, I gave Ash 2 teams based on whether he had Gible or not. It's essentially the same idea here, but with 2 Pokemon differing between teams. For the sake of brevity, I'll just call them Team X and Team Y. Now before we get into the team members that both teams share, I have some timestamps for you. If you want to see the members exclusive to certain versions, then go to these points, but please watch who will be on both teams first, that way you won't be too lost. Okay? Okay, let's get into this now. First up is Ash's ace of the region, Greninja. The only bad thing I could say about him is his moveset. Seriously, Cut and Water Shuriken? But then I need to remind myself that the anime and games follow different logic and I'm just nitpicking. In practice, Greninja was actually incredibly powerful, specifically the Battle Bond phenomenon, giving him the Ash Greninja form. This shit was on the same level as Mega Evolutions, though I do agree that him losing to Charizard was a load of bullshit. So, on the whole, not much would change with Greninja's story and personality. But I am changing the final results with him in Mega Charizard X to be a draw. Seriously, I hate it when companies do this bait and switch bullshit. It's... Next up is Ash's first fully evolved pseudo-legendary, Goodra. I say first in the context of the official series, not the timeline and rewrite that I'm doing. Anyway, Goodra, before Ash Greninja, was a beast for the team, evolving rather quickly and going undefeated in every match he had before Zygarde and Team Flare. I mean, it was a total of 11 battles, but he won a good majority of them. I would have liked a little more variety in moves, but hey, at least he has a good record under his belt, you know what I mean? Okay, one more member. You might think I'm crazy for this one, but I'm giving Ash a Skiddo. So why this little guy, I hear you asking? Well, it keeps with a traditional fire, water, grass chain that Ash, for some reason, dropped with this region. Now, why specifically Skiddo and not something like the Chespin line or the shiny Phantump? Well, first, Chespin would kind of take away from Greninja in a way. Ash doesn't always need more than one starter. I mean, just look at Hoenn for example. As for the shiny Phantump, Bonnie had more of a connection with it than Ash did. So, to me, it'd make more sense for Clement to catch it for her instead. Kind of like how he did with Dedenne. And finally, if you're gonna say Pumpkaboo or Gourgeist, that wouldn't work because that's Jesse's. Kalos doesn't have a lot of exclusive Pokemon, so my options were limited from the start. So, what's the story with this newcomer? My idea is this. It's episode 53 of the anime, A Race for Home. Set after Ash beats Karina for his third badge, and Serena discovers her passion for being a performer. The gang arrive at a ranch famous for cheese and ice cream. The episode's plot is split in two. Serena's plot with her mother, which is the A plot, and Ash and Skiddo, which is the B plot. Ash sees a bunch of other Skiddo fighting a shiny member of the herd. To clarify though, this is my take on a shiny for the species. The official is such a freaking eyesore, so apologies, but that's what I'm going with. Anyway, this Skiddo has a fair bit of anger but uses it as a front. Ash tries to make a connection and succeeds in letting him ride it. Eventually, the ranch owner states Ash should take it, concerned Skiddo would become depressed about the rest of the herd attacking him again. After being caught, Skiddo would partake in a lot of training sessions, showing off his strength. Even Ramos and Gogo can see a lot of potential in him, but he's got a long way to go. As Ash utilizes Skiddo more and more, he shows off more powerful moves like Seed Bomb or Bulldoze. However, when he evolves is a little tricky. I'd say either the episode where Ash would have hatched Noivern, or the episode where Noibat learned acrobatics. Something around that. But as a Go-Goat, not only is he going to be more powerful, but he'll bring some bulk and speed. The anime works on different logics, so it's not too far-fetched. Hey, if you made it to this point, you're seeing the unique members for Team X. Did you see the other members first? Please tell me you did. Anyway, since you're here, let's get into it. A tradition for Ash is to catch a regional bird, and at the time of X and Y's release, Talonflame was considered the best. Talonflame also, if you'll pardon the expression, kills two birds with one stone. Not only is it a regional bird, but it also fits Ash's fire-type quota. Keeping Talonflame on board is also nothing to scoff at because it kept up against two of the legendary birds. He didn't win, but going up against them is a feat in and of itself, you know what I mean? And the final member for this team is a little unorthodox, I'll admit, but I decided to give Ash Amora. Okay, why the Ice Dino instead of the superior T-Rex, I hear you ask? Or why not Kalos' best Pokemon, Aegislash? Well, Tyrantrum is a dragon, and we already have one on board with Goodra, who is also a pseudo. No need for him. And I don't know, I don't think Aegislash works with Ash. It's just a personal preference. On top of that, Kalos has a limited regional dex, as I mentioned before. So, how would Amora fit on the team? Well, she can cover any grass, flying, or dragon weaknesses that other members can't. She can also deal with fire, bug, or maybe other ice types. Now, yes, she will be weak to steel and fighting types, but at this point, I like to think Ash would have enough common sense to not face them with Amora. As for relationships with the team, she'd be the mother figure of the group. Like, she'd make sure everyone is okay and looked after. Now, you may have been noticing I've been referring to this Pokemon as a female. And yes, I'm giving Ash a female Amora. Her story would be an exclusive one to this timeline. So, after Ash beats Cliff, the second gym leader, he and his friends travel to the nearby mines. Here they encounter Team Flare and Ash discovers a sail fossil, which Cliff goes into detail about. After Ash restores the Pokemon at a research center, Amora is revealed to have snow warning. Cliff explains it's a biological feature that helps regulate her body temperature. Of course, her win-loss record would be the worst on the team, but still a pretty impressive battler. She'd also have some decent moves by this point. Aurora Beam and Ancient Power instantly come to mind. As for where and when she'd evolve, that could be anywhere around the early to midpoint of the series where it's nighttime. That's one of the key features for Aurorus. She has to evolve at night. though the circumstances can range between a Team Rocket encounter, a Team Flare encounter, or just a random ambush from wild Pokemon at night. From there, she could use some better moves like Ice Beam or Blizzard, in addition to moves like Protect, Reflect, or even Light Screen. Hey, if you skipped it this time, you're going to be joining Team Y. Did you see the other 3 members beforehand? I hope you did. Please watch the whole video. Anyway, as a tradition for Ash, he needs a regional bird. For this team, that honor goes to Hawlucha. Now, this guy has some advantages in being able to take on Rock, Ice, and Steel types. He also technically has coverage in moves like X-Scissor or Poison Jab for Psychic and Fairies respectively. His story, personality, and fighting style are all great. I don't see a need to change that. If anything, I would say he should have more flying moves like Aerial Ace or something. Just not as many fighting type moves, that's all. Also, maybe because of these new move changes, he'd have a couple more wins under his belt. I found this out while researching, but out of the 16 battles this little guy has, he only won 9. That's just over half. So, I guess I just want this stylish luchador to get a few more wins and times to shine. I don't know, maybe I'm being too hopeful. And the final member of this team is Ash's fire quota. Now, again, Kalos' dex is abysmally small compared to most other regions. There are only 3 fire evolution lines, and 2 of them are not being used for various reasons. But the one I am going with is Litleo. I'll go over this in a minute or two, but I'm sure you know where this is going. So, where and when would Ash catch her? Well, you know that in the show, Ash caught Fletchling before he took on Viola, right? Same idea. Instead of an episode with Fletchling, Ash and company find and abandon Litleo. As the series goes on, it's revealed why Litleo was abandoned. It's revealed that she's the runt of a pride. That's what a group of lions is called. And since runts are treated poorly by their parents, it makes sense that the alpha would kick out the weakest link. During an exclusive episode, Litleo would prove she isn't as weak as the pride once thought. She does this by evolving into a female Pyroar and beating the head female. Although she would still go with Ash because there's a family who actually cares about her. And to bring this up, Ash's Pyroar would serve as a mirror to Lysander. This sort of plays into the hypocritical nature of Lysander, where he wants to make the world beautiful but uses destructive means. Like he's defeated by the very same type of Pokemon he uses. Also, yes, I decided to give Ash a female Pyroar because they are more abundant, so there you go. In terms of utility, obviously Pyroar would have moves like Flamethrower and Hyper Beam, but I imagine she'd also have Dig because I can picture her playing in the dirt as a cub. Double Team would work well too. Ash loves using that move with a lot of Pokemon. Maybe Attract as a wink and a nod to Superior, that'd be really funny. Probably even some moves like Snarl, Roar, Hyper Voice to lean into the lion aspect. I don't know, these are just coming off the top of my head. As for her role in the team, Pyroar would serve as this version's mother figure, protecting her family and serving as a lookout when camping. I also had an idea with Go-Go where she and Pyroar would go all out and push each other. I don't know, it's a fun little character moment that I thought would be endearing. And there you have it, 2 possible teams for Ash in the Kalos region. Just to clear this up, neither team is meant to be stronger than the other. With either team, Ash manages to claim runner-up in Kalos, but not because Mega Charizard X was stronger. Instead, it's a unanimous decision decided by a handful of judges. The idea is to give Greninja some justice because he was robbed in this fight. So instead of a clear winner, it's a draw and it needs an outside source to figure it out. So which version of the team do you guys prefer? Are you fans of Team X, which is Talonflame and Aurorus? Or do you vibe with Team Y having Hawlucha and Pyroar? Let me know in the comments. While you're down there, give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you're new around here. That's all for now. Until next time, Sociogoons, remember, reach for the stars.